All right, we're live, I think. Hello to the cameras.
Hi.
Hello, Durga.
Hello, Bisal.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare this morning with all
No,
the.
it's all good. It will go good.
You go
So,
good.
Yeah.
So we basically
All is well.
all is well. We ran out of battery. I forgot my bag as well, so no memory card to record. But here we are.
Yeah.
We did make it.
Yeah, we did.
Thank you for coming down from Hounslow.
No worries.
It's
no
a long
worries,
trip for
yeah.
you as well.
It was actually smooth, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I got to meet you guys, so. It's
Yeah,
all good.
exactly.
It's all good. Yeah.
So just introducing Durga. I'm not going to do full introduction. You could do your own stuff.
No, actually,
But-
you do it. That's the hardest bit.
That's the hardest bit.
I will let other people do it. For
And it's
me.
always the toughest bit for me as well.
No, actually, like when people say like, "Oh, it's an easy question," it's actually the hard question
Yeah,
to
it is.
introduce yourself. So.
And introducing people is even tougher. Like, I've only met you just now as well, but I've heard of you. So from what I've heard and what I've gathered so far,
Yeah.
I'm just going to introduce you, and then you can say yes, no, whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, so Durga, she's currently working as a property manager,
Yeah.
but she was former Miss Nepal, UK,
yeah.
Nepal,
Yeah.
and also you were former president of Kingston Nepali Society as
yeah,
well.
University Nepali Society.
A lot of credentials,
Yeah.
a lot of positions.
I tried to. Yeah.
How did you manage all these? Like, how was it?
I
for
mean,
you?
like, time management is always hard, but I think it's essential as well in your life. So yeah, I think with time, I just managed somehow to do all of that.
It's all about
yeah.
time management,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, managing time.
On top
And then,
of that, studies and all of that. So it was good. Yeah.
but it needs a passion, a
Yeah.
fire from the inside as well.
That is needed very much.
So, do you think this is my first question to you?
Yes.
Q&A.
Oh God.
I always start off with Q&A. So,
This is scary.
do you think you have like the firepower that you or the willpower people have? How, like, if you were to rate from 0 to 10, how much willpower do you think you have?
I think I would like to believe more than 10, but I think with people it's like some days you have like high energy. Sometimes you wake up and you feel like not very good. So it depends on the day as well. But I try to keep myself motivated with the things I do and with people that I have in my life. So yeah, I think it's day to day thing. But I like to say like I keep myself motivated. Yeah.
Okay, so the second question is to do with energy. As you said, like there's, you need to be motivated, you need that energy in your life. Are there people that draw energy from you? Like at work, generally?
I mean, like,
And how do you deal with them?
yeah, like, because mine is it's a customer service thing, at the end of the day, even though it's like property management. So you meet all sort of people, and some people are negative, some people are very, like they appreciate you, they are grateful for whatever service you provide them. So you get all sorts of people, but I try to keep myself sane in all of these, and I don't take it with me, after work. If something to do with work, I just leave there. When I go home, it's completely new person, and it's gone. I don't take it with myself. No negativity. I try to keep myself positive.
Yeah.
It's not always the case, but I think you need to try that.
Yeah. That's crucial. I think keeping yourself sane,
Sane, yeah.
because there's so much thing that
Insanity.
happens.
So yeah, you have to keep yourself sane, otherwise you will go crazy. So
Yeah.
Mm.
So, third question, interesting one.
Yeah.
So, how many? So it just came as a DM to me because I did ask like if there's any questions.
Yes.
How many photos do you have in your phone right now?
I have a very limited storage, so I think that's a good thing. अहिले त अब कति धेरै अब स्टोरेज भइरहेको हुन्छ फोनहरुमा हैन. So mine is only I think 9,000 or so.
9,000.
9,000. I've seen like some of my friends have like 15, 20,000. So no, actually 30,000. So mine
wow.
is compared to that like very, very low. And most of them is not mine.
Do you
so
back it
I
up?
take lots of photos of my nephew.
Okay.
So lots of videos and photos of them. So yeah, it's for memories, and I don't like to delete them. So which is a bad thing.
Do you have a
So
backup of these?
I do. I try to keep, but even though I have a backup, I just feel like, oh, this I might need it
I might
later.
keep- yeah, just keep it.
and then it just there, and all the stories is taken. But I always do that, so which is not good. Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I'm the youngest one, and I have 2 sisters, and brother is the eldest one. So we have a big family.
Okay, nice.
What about you?
I've got one brother.
I think this is gonna be like
back and forth. Yeah.
yeah. What about
I've got one brother.
One brother.
One
It's like
older
a
brother.
get to know you as well, you know.
Yeah, get to know me.
Yeah.
So no one knows me yet. But
So one brother. So you
One
are the
brother.
young one.
I'm the youngest
Young
one.
one, yeah.
Yeah. So
Youngest.
the spoiled one, as people say.
Yeah, but we are not. We are very good, isn't it?
Yeah. I think youngest ones, we do have less pressure, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like we have more freedom, I
Yeah.
guess, than
Yeah.
the eldest one. Even when we have conversation with my siblings, like they say, like, oh, in our times, like we couldn't even go out, and we had to come like
Yeah.
at certain time, and
Yeah.
but now you can go out and stay at
Do
your
what you
friends
want.
and all that.
Yeah.
Those kind of little
Yeah,
freedoms.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think we have our own pros and cons.
Yeah. There's a topic actually related to this.
Yeah.
And I wanted to link it, but it's too early to link it. So we'll come back to this. It's the pressure of the family. We
Yeah.
talked about this slightly.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to this later. And then the final question is there anything you want to ask as well? You can ask anything you want.
Nothing really. How are you feeling today?
I was a bit
Talking
stressed.
to me.
Yeah, I was a bit stressed, but yeah, obviously, so speaking to you, networking, I know it's gonna go really well.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that we met as well.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, it's always fun meeting people, and then I know that you've got so much that you've done and your experiences that people want to hear as well.
Yeah.
We can learn a lot from you, so I'm really
Hopefully-
excited.
Hopefully they will enjoy as well.
Yeah.
But it's good to meet new people, and obviously, meeting you today has been wonderful.
So Starbucks or Costa?
Costa.
Yeah?
Chai latte.
Chai latte.
Yeah, to be
any day.
specific.
Any day.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Starbucks as well.
Yeah, Starbucks, like I think it's
It's the
too
smell.
hyped up, like
It's the smell as well. Go in there,
Yeah.
I think they
Actually-
put a fragrance instead of
Yeah.
an actual coffee smell.
yeah, I'm in like Costa for life, so
Okay, we're gonna buy you Costa after for all the problems and the
God,
time that you have to wait
it's
for
okay.
this. Right, so that brings us to the end of Q&A.
Yay.
So you have
survived.
survived. You have
You have
survived.
survived,
You've
yeah.
survived. Right, so let's just jump in straight to the topic that we want to talk about. First, your professional stuff. So you said you studied business administration, but then you got into property management now,
Yeah.
and it's a fresh
And
job for you.
I did entrepreneurship in masters as well. So
Oh wow!
yeah, it's related to business, but different aspects of business, So, but entrepreneurship has always been very passionate subject. But somehow I have ended up in property management, which is a new thing, but I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
far,
So what
yeah.
is like entrepreneur? What did you have to study on that? What was
Entrepreneurship is just like studying about having your own business, originating like from business plan to actually having and generating your business.
Yeah.
So a lot of things like that. So that was very interesting.
Yeah.
But someday, hopefully, I will be able to have my own business as well, but not for the time being, because as a career as well, like I'm still learning, and I think a lot of things are there for me to learn and grow. So yeah, one step at a time.
Is there
I would
any
say.
particular business that you have your eye on?
I think more in a fashion and beauty side for now, but not specifically. But that's the plan, I would say. But
Nice.
I don't know where my life will lead me. So,
Yeah. But you got to have your options open. You got to
Yeah.
plan for that stuff as well,
At
don't
least you need to have some kind of dream and some kind of objective for you. So
Yeah,
so that
definitely.
you have a plan.
Keep yourself
Yeah.
going. Yeah. I hope that goes well for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you need any sort of help from any of us, I don't know how we can help. I know
Thank
nothing
you.
about fashion nor beauty.
No, you learn.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
You will be
we're
my
always here.
endorser.
Yeah, exactly. We can promote you somehow
Yeah.
through various sources. But yeah, I hope that goes well for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it should be. So how did you end up from entrepreneurship or learning about entrepreneurship to getting into property management and then also like business administration? These are all like different
Yeah.
topic, I guess.
But it's all. I think the main core is business. So, I mean, like I was working in high industry before in construction.
Oh, wow.
But it was interesting. It kind of helped me in gaining administration skills and all of those, which is helping me at the moment in property management. But property has always been one sector that has always been interesting for me.
Yeah.
And during pandemic, like I got the opportunity to apply to this job, which luckily I got it into as well, which I'm grateful. And every day has been different, and learning new things about property management, about a lot of things. So it's
so
good.
what's your day-to-day thing then?
So
what do you
I'm
have to do?
more into block management. So we have a lot of blocks with has different flats and all of that. So we manage the communal side of the blocks, which is interesting. There are a lot of problems someday, and you get to solve them, and it's good.
So it's basically people that are already living there.
Yeah.
You have to go, they have problems, and then you have to go solve
It's
it.
a big blocks. So we have many blocks, I think 15-20 blocks, and there are flats within each block. And the communal area is our responsibility. So whatever problem they have to come to us, and then we have to solve them.
Where are you based at the moment?
At the moment, in Kingston.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very good company, and we do all kind of surveying as well, and we have the legal side as well, and I'm more into property management, state agent side. So
So where are these blocks then? Are they like all around the country, or
more based around Kingston, Surbiton, those kind of area, quite local, and some are in Hounslow as well outside. So that is something that I have been managing, because it's quite near to me as well.
How long has it been? I forgot to ask. You said it was a few months, but how long?
It's nearly a year now. Nearly a year now.
Yeah.
So
and you like it?
Yeah, I would say I like it. Yeah.
So
let's see how it will go, but so far, I like it.
It's always a challenge, isn't it? Starting something new.
Yeah.
Dipping your toe in something completely new, but
different.
at the same time, it's exciting as well, isn't it?
But not every day is same. So that's the thing.
Which is, I think, for good. Like it's not a dull day that you're gonna go in and be like,
I have to do the same thing. It's not monotonous.
That's good. So related to the management side, what has been the worst day for you in
worst day?
Yeah, so like in terms of management, solving a problem, what has been the worst problem for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say the worst, but I think I'm quite compatible with dealing with problems and complaints and all of that. I wouldn't say a particular one, but I mean, in one of the blocks that we manage is just a lot of problems happening all day, every day, and it's just repetitive, and people are just calling constantly, and there was an intruder breaking all the doors, and people were scared. I can understand the concern as well, but we have to abide by some rules and regulations that has been in agreement with the actual company and our company as well. Those are things that we have to abide by, even though people come and say oh, you have to do it now, this is so scary, and this and that, so in those kind of situations we have to be very patient, and we have to make them understand no, this is how we have to go, and the policies that we have to maintain, it's I think it's just part of the job, and you have to carry it with good responsibility. So I think which is you learn.
So there's you must deal with a lot of people, a lot of personalities.
That's the thing.
It's not easy, is it? Especially it's something new to you as well. Are you based on site as well quite often?
Sometimes we have to go to we have to visit sites for inspections and all those, and if they have any problem we go there and we inspect, and we have to send contractors to attend and repair the things and all of that for them.
But why property management? What you didn't quite answer why you got into it. You did say there was an opportunity.
Maybe in future.
Was it recommendation by someone?
No. I think that has always been a topic which has been interesting, and I think in future as well. That would be something which if I am good enough and capable enough, then maybe that might be something that might be a business prospect for me as well.
So this is like,
I mean, it's
hitting
a step by step, but that might be, I don't know, but you learn and you make plans and you see how it goes.
So it makes sense. It actually makes sense. There's opportunity
and
there
if
for you to
if
grow.
I have something and if I can teach people, through whatever experience I have, and that might be an idea that I want to like you, you wanna educate people about your topic. And likewise I might be able to help in my community, in other people as well, whatever I have, and through Sabali Talks as well.
We hope that it reaches some people and it touches.
I'm more and more experienced.
Touches some people as well. So we can always collaborate in the future. Definitely will collaborate in the future. And
definitely.
it's fun. But this property stuff has always been very lucrative, isn't it? The market is very lucrative. And everyone wants to buy properties. Everyone wants to invest in properties. What advice can you give from your experience as well, or from other sources? How, like, let's say us youngsters trying to get in the property ladder, what advice would you give them?
I think it's quite profitable, but you have to be wary of what you're getting into. I mean, you study the market. That's very important. Depends on which area that you're buying, and whatever. Like, even in houses, like, there are a lot of things that you need to look into before buying it, because after you purchase the house, there might be a lot of things that you need to, like for boiler. People don't realize those kind of
costs.
things. Small costs. There might be some leak, in the house, which might incur a lot of cost later
like
on,
roof
which
or something.
people don't rely on that much in depth. So through my experience, because people come later on saying like, oh, there's leaks, and we have to redo the whole house and all that, and it just costs a lot of money for them. So those kind of things is very important when you buy a house, and study the market. I'm not in that position yet to give the proper advice, but those are the little things that I think people need to kind of focus as well.
Because we put deposit down, and then we obviously get mortgage on the house. The problem is we spend a lot of money on deposits and it's all gone. And you said like the renovation side we forget. And when it comes to renovation, it costs a lot of money, especially in the UK. It's very expensive. Very expensive to find a proper builder, and then doing the boilers. Everyone's got their own job, electrician, all that stuff, and then roofing.
That's the other thing.
So much money. So much you spend. More than your deposit actually in the renovation side of things.
So सबै कुरा अब राम्रै छ घर किन्दा फेरि अब it's everything is nice भने चाहिँ अब you don't have to spend that much in the but if you ignore those kind of little costs, details in a house, I think that will cost you a lot of money in longer run, I would say. So there's slight interruption there, but we're just talking about properties and stuff like that, so quite interesting. Thank you.
Are you buying a house anytime soon?
I hope so. That's the plan. But let's see. Good search is needed.
Any area? Any particular area?
Probably somewhere in London, I would say. Somewhere near home.
Close to home.
Yeah. So I think it's quite. Even though it's expensive in the long run, I think it's quite profitable as well. In terms of how the house value will increase. I think I would prefer to buy in London.
What is the most important thing to buy a house? Savings or like research? Obviously everything comes into play, right? But you need money to buy a house. So I think getting into the first ladder.
Save it,
Saving,
because people are so eager to buy a house and they don't have all the money side sorted, finance side sorted. Research is very important, I would say, like I said before, but finance is also a very important aspect, so you have to, I think, go hand in hand with those two things.
It's a big commitment, isn't it? Buying a house. It's not a joke, because you're obviously tied in for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, however long the mortgage.
You have to be prepared for whatever. It's not like, okay, you deposit, you buy the house and that's it. There's a lot of mortgages you have to pay, and then on top of that electricity bills, gas bills, whatever you
Yeah.
know that comes, the council tax and all
Yeah.
of that.
Don't
So.
forget about those. You can't just buy a house and then leave your job and they'll be like, oh, look, I can just stay here.
I wish that was the case, but it isn't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's slightly more relaxed in Nepal, I think.
No,
The
you
lifestyle.
make your house, you know, whatever design you want to in
Yeah.
Nepal, and you are sorted.
Yeah.
But not
So
the case.
when you buy a house, are you gonna do like your own interior design?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I wouldn't want to put a lot of things in my house. I'm very minimalistic person, so I would keep it very sort of like clean
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
very very minimal
Small, yeah.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
very chic design, but yeah, very simple. I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. People put like.
What about you? Like,
I like very simple stuff as well.
are you like a city boy or a country boy?
I'm mixed. I don't
Yeah?
mind, but I do bit of both. So I might need to buy 2 houses.
I think you can do it.
Yeah, but
you need a balance, isn't it?
yeah, I
Sometimes
think,
like
you can't.
you need to be away from city life
Yeah.
and just go somewhere and breathe. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
For me, that's what I like. I like to take my time out, time off, and then do stuff just for myself, with myself.
Yeah.
And for that, city life is not suitable.
Suitable. Yeah.
You have to get out somewhere,
Yeah.
out in the nature.
I think it's not very good for you to always be in this kind of surrounding. You need time
No.
for yourself.
You
know?
definitely need time for
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
And that's what I like to do as well. Sometimes I just like turn off my phone and I'm
Yeah.
not responding to anyone, and I'm just thinking like, this is my me time.
Yeah.
If anyone has problem, then there's a problem. But I
Yeah.
need time to
Yeah.
breathe and to realize what I need in life, where I am, and all of those things. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You need
Where
to
you're heading
realize
and
that,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Because with these kind of things happening, a lot of things happening like social media and all of those, it's a little bit
Too
can
much.
be exhausting for you. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. We can move on to that topic then. I think we're done with your property management stuff.
yeah.
Unless you want to add more stuff to it.
I think it should be fine if people can learn a little bit from what I have shared.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next topic obviously is the pressure. Social media could be social pressure as well. So it could be society, community related,
Yeah, definitely.
and there's a lot of things. So let's touch on the first thing is your beauty pageant that you went into. So Miss Nepal UK.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Let's talk about that.
Very fruitful, I would say. I mean, like, I participated just to grow as a person. I mean, like, when you enter a competition, obviously back of your head, like, you want to win and all of that. But with me, I was a very shy person, and I think I have changed a lot in good terms after the competition, because I got to know a lot of myself and personal development, all of that. So that confidence, I think it was always in me, but to exude that confidence, the pageant helped me do that. And it was really nice with good friends and a lot of things to learn. It was a very good journey, I would say.
How was it when you actually signed up? So you send your form out and then
Actually, my parents,
how daunting was it?
That was something I always wanted to do. But being in UK, you are busy with your studies,
Life,
with your work, and you don't exactly have a time to, do those sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that was like a 1 month holiday that we had, and my parents were in Nepal, and it was just my sisters in here, and I was like talking to them, and I was like, I really want to participate. Like, what do you guys think? Like, should I go and participate? They were like, yeah, definitely. Like, if you want to do that, just go ahead. Yeah. So I went by myself for the audition, and actually it was good. And then the journey started, and I didn't even know like how it how it ended. The 1 month, it was quite quick, and it felt like the time flown by, but the whole thing was interesting.
What was the scariest moment in the whole like a month journey?
Just
what was the toughest moment, let's say?
Being on the stage.
Yeah.
I would say, like, because that was not something I was very familiar with, like I said, I was very, even in school, I was very shy person, and I didn't used to talk much. And that was something that I was coming out of my comfort zone, and being in front of a lot of people. You are
You're being watched.
put out there, and you have to, like, and a lot of people are looking at you, judging you, giving you marks for whatever, how you present yourself, which I wasn't very, comfortable with. But throughout the journey, I learned that they taught us how to present yourself, how to be, be yourself. A lot of grooming session, and all of that. It was challenging, but at the end of the journey, I was like very thankful that I joined in, and I made that decision to carry on, and it actually helped me when I was in Miss Nepal in 2015, and that experience that I had in Miss UK Nepal in 2012, that really helped me use that skills and all of the experience in Miss Nepal in 2015. So
so what's the feeling like when your name gets announced on the stage and you have to go there? Obviously the first thing is when you announced the winner, what was the feeling like then?
No, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, it will happen if it's meant to happen, I wasn't like, oh, I have to win, like if I don't win, then this is the end of the world or something. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, okay, God, like, you have brought me here. If it's meant to happen, then it will happen. If not, then I'm happy. There are so many opportunities for me, which I like to think, and it will come to me eventually. So when when they announced my names, I was kind of, I didn't have any thought on my mind. I was like, oh, okay, like it's my name.
So do you go blank in those moments?
You do, actually, because I don't know, like, you just there, and like I said, like, I wasn't even thinking about, like, okay, I have to win. If that was the sort of thought I was taking with me, like, you have to win, and you kind of like going for that, then I would have been very unhappy if I wasn't, the winner or such. But I didn't have any thought in me. I was like a free soul, and I was like, whatever happen will happen.
Enjoying the moment.
Enjoy the moment. That's and you just need to go with the flow.
So I think that's when you actually, I don't know if you read the book Power of Now.
I haven't, but
so
you can tell me.
It's just being in the moment, basically.
I think that most of the people nowadays, because of, I think, phone and all of that, they don't realize to be in the present, in the moment, which I think we are very lacking. But I like to do that, most of the time.
Without even reading, but the Power of Now, you've already are aware of the
life experiences.
Oh wow, love it.
I think when the books, they come from life experiences.
It does, It's someone else's life experience anyway.
But
that's a really good book. I think you should give it a read.
Thanks,
that is a very, very powerful book.
Now.
It's called The Power of Now. It just tells you how you can bring your awareness back into the moment. As you said, there's so much distraction, there's so much happening in the world. It's so easy to get diverted, and then you forget that you're actually in the present moment, and then you start thinking about your past, your future, and you're just recycling your past most of the time, and then you're anxious about your future. But then if you bring all your awareness and your thought into the present, boom, everything goes away.
Just whatever, I mean, like, even though we think about the future, we think about the past, we can't change anything. So now is the time that you can do
take
whatever
action as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Interesting. So during this beauty pageant thing, obviously you said you had encouragement from your sisters. What about parents? And how did you deal with, like, if they had any resistance towards the pageant?
My parents, like, I'm very lucky. I have to say that I've got the best parents ever. Always supportive whatever I do, and even in this pageant, Miss UK Nepal, Miss Nepal, all of them, they were very, very supportive, and they were there to to support me. Even in UK, in Nepal, like, they flew from UK to Nepal as well for Miss Nepal, and in here as well, like, all my family were there, like, hooting for me, like, Durga. And that kind of helped too as well, like, even like in culture, we have this culture a section where you have to dress as Gurung, Magar, whatever, different castes that we have in Nepal. And mine was like, what is it called? Like, they had to make a lot of headbands and all of that. And my sister made everything from scratch for me for that pageant. And that is something, like you kind of appreciate your family doing for you. And all of the things, it just boost your confidence in a way. And that is very needed, which is lacking, I would say, in many of the families related to this kind of beauty pageant, which hopefully it will change.
Yeah, it's not just beauty pageant. It's just like
generally
in life. It could be job related.
That's the thing.
It could be people like someone comparing you, or parents comparing your own daughter to someone else.
A lot,
I actually read your caption on Facebook, so there's one that says, "Who am I?" or something like that. Or
that one, I was just thinking of,
That's a really powerful one. So we're going to touch on that, because there's a lot of comparison. Not someone else comparing. I'm talking about your own parents comparing yourself, you, to someone else's daughter or someone else's son. And those are the type of belief that puts a lot of pressure on you, because it might not be the same interest that that person and you might have, so you can't compare the person anyway in that circumstances. So how would you deal, or what advice can we give to our parents? It's not we're not trying to disrespect our parents. We have a lot of love and respect, but sometimes wrong is wrong, isn't it? How can we stand up for in those situations?
Every person is different. Like, I'm different and you are different, and I can't be you, you can't be me. We have our own flavors, like, you might be a salt, I might be a spice, whatever, and we bring it together and we are a good dish or whatever, So parents need to understand that the kids have different passions, different interests, and if they support whatever they want to follow, then they will nurture more, they will grow more in that way. Like हाम्रो नेपाली कम्युनिटीमा, अब even Asian community, more like Asian community, they feel like, oh, you have to be doctor, engineer.
There's a set profession.
There's only like 3 or 4
professions
according to them. But now it's like there's so many things that kids can do, like academics matra हैन, बाहिर sports मा हैन, even in Nepal, like sports भनेपछि like बाबु तैले केही गर्न सक्दैनस्, like you don't have any,
even sports has
any career in that हैन. अब acting देखि लिएर अब अहिले acting मा कति राम्रो गरिरहेको छ कति धेरै नेपाली youngstersहरुले, अनि that is something that youngsters are interested in. So you need to support them, you need to understand, you need to have a conversation with them. I think you need to be, before parent, you need to be a friend for your kids, and that is very much missing. With my parents, they are like my friends, so I can communicate with them, but it's not the case for everyone, and I can understand, but kids and parents, they need to have a relationship where they can share things with each other and communicate that, and then like make a decision whatever is easy and fruitful for them.
Especially as you said, like South Asian community. I was reading this research yesterday, and I found out the highest rate of depression of like children actually comes from parents, and it's very high on the Southeast or South Asian communities, especially Pakistani, I think. And I think we can relate as well as Nepali, we can relate to that. What can our I don't want to, like, it's not disrespect, so the question itself might sound like a disrespect. So how can we actually change that perspective, our parents' perspective? Can we educate them somehow, or how can we better build that relationship?
I think, to be honest, it's just not entirely their fault as well, because that is something that they have been taught, and it has been happening from their parents, from generations. And they need to do a lot of unlearning. I think that is very important, and if we see that and if we follow, then our kids will be doing the same thing. So I think this generation is the one and they need to communicate that. Sit down with your parents, and even nowadays, like, sitting with parents is a big deal for kids. They can't even sit in the same room and talk to them, it's far away, like talking about ambitions and all of things. They can't even sit in one place and watch TV. So that is very important. Maybe spend some time, do spa thing, or go to different events or something, just just get the time together. And I think
Spend some
it's
time.
special. And eventually parents will also get that kind of feeling of like what my kids will what they like, and what they want to follow in their life. And then I think you need to build a friendship. Like, it's not like a one day thing that will happen, it will take time, but you need to make that time. Not only the parents but the kids as well, they need to understand that.
And I think you touch on that quite nicely, is that they come from, like, their belief comes from their parents. So they have like a generation worth of stuff that's been passed around.
They have been taught that.
And I think it's if you look back 3 or 4 generations back, they were even more stricter. So it has diluted, and it's been diluting. And I think our generation, as you say, is the one, because there's not just dilution, but actually we've changed the actual liquid.
One.
the whole liquid is changed. So it's a complete different solvent that we have in front of us, which is good. So, and I think what it is, from what I think, is lack of exposure. And as you said, like, take them out, show them things. It's just like, they don't have the information.
How things are done, nowadays, because they are in their own world. Like, they need to come out of their comfort zone as well. That is very much needed. It's not only for us kids, but it's for the parents as well. You have to feel for them, because that is something that they have been taught all their life, and they don't know nothing, out of that. So you need to make them understand. Make them understand. Make them aware of, okay, look, this is how it should go. This, whatever things you have learned, just unlearn.
It's quite tough. I'm guessing the mom, dad, auntie, uncle, no disrespect, but I think at times you are putting a lot of pressure on your kids, unnecessary pressure on your kids. So sometimes, yes, it's good to keep kids on check. You have to, because they're gonna,
you kind of need
they're gonna make bad choices.
And all of that.
They're gonna make bad choices, but at the same time, do not make them limit, because based on your limited beliefs.
Provide guidance, but not overpower whatever decisions that you have for them. They have to make their own decisions. I think that is very important. But you can provide guidance, because as a young person, you don't know where you're going, what things are right and wrong. So you can show them, like, okay, this is right, this is what I've experienced, and maybe this will help you, to go in the direction you want to do, or whatever you want to do in your life. So
And also saying no. People, our parents, they have this, it's not ego, but it's just the way they were brought up. They don't like to say no to things. If they don't know something, they would make something up. They like to do that. So they'll make a topic up, they'll make a fake scenario up, or an experience that never had, and then they would say, look, we had this, and this is what the situation.
हामी त यसरी जान्थ्यौ, तिमीहरु किन यस्तो पढ्दैनौ? हामी अब 4वटा खोला तरेर जान्थ्यौ, तिमीहरु अहिले यो काम पनि गर्न सक्दैनौ. Maybe like different experience, I would say, and we respect, your experiences.
A lot of respect,
because life experience is more. I mean, like, education is good as well, but life experience teaches you a lot of things. So we can learn from their life experiences, but I mean, like, our generation is different. The things that we want to do is different, and I think if we go hand in hand and if we support each other, not only them supporting us, but we supporting them is very important. Because
okay, all right. So what I've seen in the UK community, and I think you'll appreciate that as well, more than Nepal, we have this caste discrimination here in the UK, and our generation, we don't have that. I know we don't have that. Like, I have a lot of friends, and we're from different castes. We don't even notice that, but our parents still have that mindset. I don't know how we can change that, but it's something that is very damaging for two communities, because we are just same people. But as soon as a caste comes up, people have their own identity, and I think that is creating a very bad, not just impression, but the whole community is getting destroyed because of Nepal as a identity, and the sub identity has created a lot of problems in the UK. So what's your experience with, like, your own? It could be your own family or someone else's family. I mean, and what can we do to change that?
I know that it has always been there. I've seen some of them when I was in Nepal. But I haven't experienced that much in the UK. But it, like you said, it is still prevalent in the UK as well. You know, people are still exercising that kind of things, which shouldn't be. All these things are man-made, you know, rules and regulations. Every person is same. Like if you cut one person, it's the same blood that you're gonna get, like it's red. So why to differentiate people in terms of caste, and you are lower caste, you are higher caste? Everyone is same, and everyone should be treated equally. And I think to prevent this kind of things, you need to communicate these kind of things in household. You know, it's very important, because with kids, they might not know about this kind of thing. So you need to communicate, you know, like, okay, this shouldn't be the thing. With parents as well, if they have a different kind of idea about it, and you know, they are like, oh, this should be the way it should be, like it has always been. You need
even
to,
marriage, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
you need to make them
within
understand
the community.
Yeah,
which is
even in intercaste, like it's such a big thing. And you're just marrying a person, and if you're happy, if the other person is happy, that's all what matters. You know, like if you're a different caste, and how you cannot be happy and how you can't have a good life with the other person. So they need to understand it's just a perception that has been there from
and this
ages.
is only intercaste, like it's not even interracial. Imagine interracial.
It will take some time. I mean, like it's happening, which I'm happy to see. Like shout out to my friend Basna as well, like who just got married a few weeks ago. She has married you know, British guy. So, and we had a very much very happy, you know, wedding that we attended, and that is happening, you know, nowadays, which is good to see. People are you know, getting in this kind of things, and even the family are happy. And I think the society will always be there to talk and to say this kind of things. But at the end of the day, it's you should be happy and your family should be happy. And
so you just got to do what you got to do, and then eventually the resistance will come off. And I think, as you said, we are rebellious. Whatever. But we don't have the I don't think we have the same understanding as our parents, which is good, and I think it will change. And I'm so glad that our generation is taking this leap.
Responsibility.
It's,
I mean, like
massive.
I mean, like it's hard for our generation as well, because we are like a bridge, you know, like for the younger generations and for the older generations, and we have a sort of different you know, we understand both sides, thoughts, and we are like trying to get them together and to make them understand. So I mean, that is something which definitely needs to change, and people should be accepting of these kind of things very much.
And I think we have, as you said, we have a big responsibility to actually make a difference now. And I think that's
now or never.
it's us or no one. Because the next generation coming up, it will be so far away that the bridge is not going to be there. So if we don't build a solid bridge now, that generation and the past generation will not even try to mingle together.
That's the thing. So I mean, hopefully it will change, and we should try to make a change, not depending on anyone, but you know, from whatever action that you can take, you know, even it's talking with a person, talking with parents and making them understand, or you know, it's just having a conversation. Unless you have a conversation, that topic will never arise, or you know, you'll never try to understand what it is, and
you can't solve
it
if
so that's the thing.
Interesting. So we have, let's do something as a generation. We got to do something. So guys, let's come together. Let's come together. Listen. Be rebellious. This is the movement. This is the movement we're talking about. So that topic, I think we've kind of really nicely touched on and covered.
I mean, कुरा हुँदैन नि त्यस्तो बारेमा हैन, अनि I think they are shy about, maybe हुन्छ नि अलिकति गाह्रो पनि feel हुन्छ होला आफ्नो पेरेन्ट्सहरुसँग बोल्दा, अनि and they have their own set of thoughts that they wanna again, like not only in terms of jobs or whatever passion they wanna follow, it in terms of marriage as well, it's the same thing. So jobs as well, I think do not put too much pressure on kids to find a particular job. Like there's not, as you said, there's not a set profession anymore. You can make a career out of anything. I think if you give them a freedom of to choose whatever they want to do, I think
Yeah.
they will flourish more, they will grow
Yeah.
more, and
As
they
a
will
human,
be
they
good
would.
in
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
they follow,
Yeah.
So
And yeah, that's key as well, because I think what we're doing is we're creating this identity saying I'm an engineer and you're that, you're this,
yeah.
and then what
And this अर्को कुरा चाहिँ अब तिमी engineer भयो or doctor or whatever, and if I'm on another profession, and they will be like comparing, oh यो त
Yeah.
engineer भन्दा कस्तो नराम्रो काम हो,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
काम is काम हुन्छ नि,
Yeah.
अब you are earning money, so and you are enjoying your job, so
Yeah.
that should be the end of the topic.
yeah, enjoy your job, and then someone's getting paid more than you, fine.
Yeah.
It's not like
उसको त कस्तो राम्रो अब
Yeah.
एक्जाममा पास अब डिस्टिङसन आयो, अब तिम्रो त के आयो, अब उसको कस्तो राम्रो जब पाएको छ, and all that sort of things, all this comparison that like you were saying. So that is not very healthy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't do that.
A lot of
No one should do that.
restrictions. Yeah.
And then and I think for spiritual side as well, if the less identity you have, the better it is for you to actually explore the other side as well,
Yeah.
because we're so stuck in this materialistic world.
Very restricted. Yeah.
And then you have the other side which we don't yet understand, and to
Well,
explore
we haven't
that
even explored that.
we
yeah.
can't even explore
Yeah.
that if you have a very
Until
set
unless-
identity.
yeah.
So try to have, and someone asked me what I do as for job. I never say engineer, because that's one identity that I don't want to associate myself
to
with.
keep yourself.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I do that, but it's not. I'm not
They
that.
keep you in that one little box.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you can't even get out
Yeah,
of that. And
yeah.
you are there like you want to explore things.
Trying to
you
explore
wanna,
things.
Not only engineering side, but you want to like
Actual spirituality. Yeah, it helps a lot when you actually detach yourself from an identity, and that's the whole point of spirituality.
Yeah,
anyway.
even with me, like even though like I have won a beauty pageant in the past, people just always associate myself like with that particular thing, and they have that expectation like, oh, she should be like this, or she must be like this,
Yeah.
But I'm
You've
a different
moved away.
person. I'm
Yeah,
a different person, and with different phase of my life, I would be still like I would be different. My interests will be different, and they kind of keep me in that little box. Yeah. So.
And that's a very damaging thing as well. I know you've risen up and you're trying to explore things, but there are some people that if you assign an identity to
Yeah.
them, they become restricted to that,
Yeah.
and the whole life becomes that for them. So and they can't come out of the box.
Yeah.
They won't explore the comfort zone, which is another thing.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're in that box, they're gonna think, oh, I can't try that because that guy told me that I'm this, so why should I do something else?
Yeah.
So why restrict yourself, right? Because
That's the
based
thing.
on someone else's perception.
That's the thing.
And
yeah.
there's a quote by Jay Shetty. I don't even know Jay Shetty.
Yeah, I do.
He says, "I'm not what you think I am. I'm not what I think I am. I am what you think I think I am." So there's a inception of perception, and people think that it's not I think my personality, my thinking comes from how I can impress you.
Yeah, I think
based on your thinking of me. It's a very deep, right?
That's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. But the main thing is you have to understand yourself, and you need to know who you are. I mean, like, it's a process of learning
Growth.
to know who you are.
Yeah.
But nowadays people try to find a validation in what other people think of you, and they are so much interested and deep into like, okay, I need to be likable, I need to be this and that, and they try to fit in that perception of what other have of you,
exactly.
which is very damaging. So you need to
you
need to keep yourself refraining from all those things,
and then just find out who you are, a complete you.
it's not a one day thing, but it takes a lot of a lot of time to understand and to explore yourself. Even now, I would say I don't know myself wholly, and I will be learning to
about
know
yourself.
Yeah.
It's a very strange thing, isn't it? That you are with you all the time, but you don't know who you are.
I'm
even 90% of who you are, you don't know. It's a very strange thing, because you've gathered all these identities, and you're operating within the identity most of the time based on your memories. Let's not get into it. There's too much.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a massive topic.
We can go ahead after this podcast.
I think that'll be.
Finishes.
We can talk about that after, because it's something I'm very passionate about, and I've learned for almost like a year and a half now.
The
whole thing about this.
I need to learn.
So I'll give you like little things that I've
But people think like they know themselves, like but it's not the case.
You don't know you yet.
And so you need to give yourself time.
Exactly.
Rather than giving other people time to make them feel they like you or something. But
or even chasing people. Stop chasing people.
And becoming people pleaser. That's
I used to do
what
that a
people
lot.
do. Yeah.
And I thought, like,
I sort of used to do that as well, but I have kind of
moved away from that.
moved away. I don't like. I mean, you do it. It wasn't intentional, but it was just like you go through the phase, and but nowadays, like, I'm just me. If you like me, just take me as I am. If not, then it's okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
It's okay to say bye bye.
Yeah. Actually, we don't say bye bye a lot.
No.
But you need to do sometimes, and you have to say no as well sometimes.
No. That's the biggest thing. I think, saying no. I still struggle at times saying no.
Yeah, but I think I have improved a lot than what I was before.
Yeah.
Saying no.
Yeah.
You're scared of saying no to people, but you need to practice that. Yeah.
All right.
Just to give yourself more time.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's going all right. So the final topic, we're coming to an end-ish now.
Oh, God.
We've talked 50 minutes.
Is it?
52 minutes.
I didn't even realize.
So final topic is, are you involved in any charities, and do you do any like charity work or philanthropy?
Yeah, I mean, like I used to do a lot of charity works before, but now, honestly speaking, because of career and all of that, and because of the work time, I haven't been able to give that much back. But if some other people are doing charities, I really like to help them. And even as a family, sometimes we do, like even last time when there was flooding in Nepal, like as a family, we had sent money to people who were affected by flood and those kind of things. And doing charity is just like something that I enjoy from within. And it's not something to show other people, like, look, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, which has been a fashion nowadays a lot of times. But it's even like after winning beauty pageant, the charities that I did in earthquake, which happened in 2015, the charities that I did it for like to gain that happiness and to gain that satisfaction with me. And I didn't share that much of whatever I did, because that was something that I truly enjoyed and experiencing, like living in the moment, like you said, But a lot of charities, NGOs that I have been worked before has been really, really helpful in learning, like in what state people live, and those kind of things. So I look forward to in future as well, like to do more charities.
There's a protest going on in London at the moment, hunger strike. Gorkha.
Pension.
So, and that's one topic I actually want to bring in podcast, maybe next or couple, and I'm still waiting for a main guest to actually come in, and I think he's actually doing the hunger strike himself. And it's quite sad to see that. And
very much. I mean, we have given so much for this country. I mean, like our forefathers and our fathers, whoever was in Gorkha, we have given so much to this country, and I think we deserve that.
We owe them. We owe them. Also, we owe our parents a help as well. They need help from us, and I think we are shying away from this. Like we are forgetting where we've come from and where our parents have come from, the struggle that they've come.
How much struggle they had to go through.
The generation where they actually struggled and they had to fight and they had to be go into war and stuff. And now we come in thinking we're privileged because of the action that they took, but we forget at the same time that it was because of them.
Yeah, how much they have done for us.
They've done so much for us, and I think it's time.
We wouldn't be here sitting.
We wouldn't be here doing this.
Yeah, we'll be somewhere, I
don't know where we'd be. And so we owe them a massive respect, a massive respect. And I don't know. We can help them. We can create an awareness amongst us as in youngsters. Because I think we're as I said, we're shying away from that. So. Please, guys, if you can, please study about the topic. It's all over the news anyway.
Yeah, just to know about the facts, like even, even with us, like our age group, like they don't know the facts and they don't even make that effort to
lack of effort, I think,
to know like what had happened and what is happening and what we can do, all those sort of things. So it's really important that we all come together and just to have a conversation, you know,
Yeah.
and to share whatever you know.
Yeah.
Within to your friends in your circle,
Yeah.
and that will help, you know, even though you can't
Yeah.
do much, that would at
Yeah.
least doing that would help.
Yeah. Even
And
us, I think we're slightly older in terms of that generation. There's a generation after us that have come through, and they have absolutely no idea about all this thing.
yeah
So I think we have to, as our generation, obviously link that again, the bridge,
yeah
and then make sure that this generation know that, you know, there's a struggle that we
Yeah.
came through, and do not, you know, just
Don't
think that
forget
this
where
is a
you
privileged
where
life.
you came from.
Yeah, do not forget the route that you came from, and the privileges now you're getting is because of this, the whole thing. And then there's a protest going on at the same time
Yeah.
because they're fighting for their rights. So the least we can do as us as a generation is to
Is
support that.
and
Let's support
bring
that.
awareness.
Yeah, bring awareness. Let's support the cause, and whatever we can from our side, let's do that.
And hopefully, you know, this will end in a good way. We really hope. I mean, like, this is a very struggling situation that they are going through, and they have been doing this for a very long time, you know, trying to bring that equality
Yeah.
in pensions and all of those. So hopefully, you know, this will bring some light.
Yeah.
And I hope the best, you know, I hope for the best.
Yeah, I hope for the best as
Yeah.
well. So even if
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, you know, like, and they're doing so much for us, and it's hard to see them like this, you know,
Struggling, yeah.
A hunger strike, and
Yeah.
must be.
So, last question about the charity. Anyway,
Yeah.
is there any particular charity in Nepal that you've got an eye on, or that you've seen that you want to be involved with?
I've always been kind of involved with Children and Youth First, CYF, since the time. Like, I always been looking for good NGOs in Nepal, because there's so many NGOs, you know, like that call themselves NGOs, and we don't know what they
do.
and the authenticity.
Where the money goes.
Yeah, the authenticity. But with this particular organization, CYF, Children and Youth First, they are in Kathmandu. They have been doing a great job, you know, and there must be a lot of youngsters who are wanting to go into charities, to do volunteering, and I would really, really recommend CYF. They do like a volunteering things as well, so people can go to Nepal and they can do like 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever duration that they want to stay, and they learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
They mingle with kids in there, and they have a school, you know. So even my cousin, she went there, and she had like 1 week session there, which was really fruitful. And there was another one, Chahana, for dogs, you know, for animals.
That's something I'm really
like animal.
I've got 2 dogs. So.
Is it? I want to have, but I don't have much time. So you need to give that time and energy. So hopefully in future I'll have. There is another my friend's sister. They are doing this thing for stray dogs in Nepal, Chahana, Nepal. So I want to give the shout out to Chahana as well. So these
well done,
guys,
guys.
NGOs.
It's a big thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, you can go to Nepal and volunteer for them, and you can learn something for yourself. You know, you feel good, and always give back to the people. You know, that is somewhere that
that's the biggest thing. Give back.
Yeah, we get satisfaction. I feel satisfied. So yeah, I would really recommend them.
Right,
yeah,
give back.
And through this video, thank you Haushala Didi from CYA for always being very supportive and encouraging as well.
Thank you. Right, so we're coming to an end now. And is there any final things that you want to say before you go and live your life? Is there anything you want to say to the youngsters, to anyone, to parents?
I mean, thank you first of all, Savali Talks, for inviting me today, and
hope you had fun, by the way.
Very much. I didn't even realize that it has already been nearly an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah, an hour, and very interesting topics that we got to talk about. And I really appreciate for inviting me today, and to my friend Sharon as well, who is behind the camera.
Come on,
and to my other friend Dixon, who is behind the camera as well.
I actually forgot the whole thing about the surprise. and so this is like a unscripted.
Yeah.
I actually
Oh,
wanted
God.
you to run the podcast for the last 15 minutes, and we don't have 15 minutes. For the next 2 minutes, you're going to do the podcast.
Oh God.
Come on. Yeah, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
As fresh.
Okay.
So keep it going. Yeah.
This is unexpected. So I haven't been prepared as Bishal has been, but I don't know how to start it. But let's go. So how was your journey from
It was very
Hostel,
nice.
No small talks, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
No, it was just a little bit warming up, little bit of warm up, and yeah, after that,
it was
30
raining.
seconds of warm up.
It was raining hard, but as I reached Reading, it was very sunny. It was meant to be, like, to be a very sunny day, very beautiful day with
Yeah.
Sabali talks. So,
Yeah.
Beautiful people. Yeah,
Exactly,
obviously. Yeah.
and we will like to thank you for accepting our.
I'm very much grateful for having me here.
Yeah, that was. Hopefully, you enjoyed our
Very
podcast,
much.
and yeah, we really wanted you in our podcast so that you can share your experience of. What I really like is your presentation, when you speak in front of people, like a public speaking skills. I don't know if Bishal has covered it or not, but that's something.
Talk about that.
Oh, that's something like we can talk about. So, public speaking is one of the hardest stuff that people come across. I
Yeah.
think this is like a skill that you need to master it.
Yeah.
In my experience, what I learned is like all my managers, the leaders, the CEOs, and everyone, they have mastered these skills.
I
Public
think
speaking,
you learn, and still, like, even though like we are comfortable in front of the camera, in front of the stage,
yeah.
the nerve is still always there, like before going to the stage, before coming to the in front of the camera,
Yeah.
it will always be there. But I think you have to be in control of your emotions and whatever you're feeling, and
Exactly.
then present yourself and then make people to see what you are, and
Exactly.
you learn.
So that's my question to you is like, how do you do it? Like, do you, when you walk up to the stage, like you have done so many times, do you have any fear in it, or does it? I'm sure you have fear.
Always.
Always have a fear.
Always.
But how do you control? Like, you give us a little bit hint, like how you do it. But can you like elaborate how you do it? Like, first thing you do when you go up to the stage, or like maybe first 2 or 3 minutes, how do you prepare yourself?
First, take a deep breath. You need to understand what you're doing, first of all. Like, for instance, in context of like if you're doing an event or something, you need to do a research
Yeah.
about what you will be talking about. It helps,
Yeah.
because when you don't have things to say, you will mumble and you will be more nervous.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like
Yeah.
when I was like asked by Bishal to just jump in and do a podcast.
And you need to think that it's just people and they're just looking at me, and I'm just I'm the one who is presenting and giving them knowledge. In that way, you kind of increase confidence in you, because if you think like, oh, people are looking at me, people are judging me, then you will feel more nervous. So whenever I go, like I just think to myself like, oh, these are just people and they're just looking at me, they're enjoying looking at me and listening to me. That really helps, and just go there and present yourself, and don't think too much about what other people will think. Just think about what you're gonna say, what you're gonna do, and that really helps. That's the one tip that I would want to say, who wants to do like hosting, or you want to do like podcasts, whatever, public speaking, this kind of things, that really helps.
I think it's more to do with the mental thing, isn't it? Like mentally you need to be
Mental talk,
be ready, where you have to talk to yourself and say like, look, this has to be done, you need to be strong. It's not like if you do that you're gonna die, or it's going to be the end of a world or anything.
It's not the end of the world,
Exactly.
like you can make mistakes. You are a person, you are you are meant to make mistakes, you know, and
Exactly.
you learn from mistakes. So the main thing is you need to go out and present yourself in the best way that you have in your mind.
Yeah.
And like you said, like mental talk is very, very important, and to make yourself understand that it's okay to go there and, you know, is make mistakes and go with the flow.
You need to own on the stage and just go with the
you need to be in control most of the thing.
Exactly. That's the thing. And I don't know what else we can talk about this in the podcast. I'm sure after the podcast and the thing will come, I could have talked about this or have we talked about the 3-pick challenge as well?
Oh, no, we didn't. I mean, I think he didn't know about that.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about 3. So I knew that you did it. Was it back in 2015?
Yeah.
Back in
2015. No, it was in 2014.
2014.
2014.
3-pick challenge is one of the hardest.
Yeah.
Because I have done Snowdonia. I have recently done.
But you are in different level. I can't compete you.
Scaffold pike. I did it with Bishal.
You are here. I'm here. Like, in terms of all these activities.
Yep, and we did that. But 3-pick challenge is not an easy thing.
It was hard, but it was enjoyable. I did for cancer research.
Oh, great.
That was for a charity, and I didn't know anyone from the group. I was the only one who I went to Manchester and met everyone the first time.
It's all about networking, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was hard, the stamina that I had, because I didn't do a proper training, but doing all the 3 picks in 24 hours. That was it was hard, but it was enjoyable, I would say.
So what made you mentioned that it was the cancer charity that made you do this, and was there any other reason as well? That what is it? When I do stuff like that, what comes in mind is like not only the charity thing; it's more about like for my satisfaction as well, like to challenge myself.
That was the thing, to challenge myself, because I'm not very sporty person or athletic person. So that was a challenge myself, and to meet new people as well, networking, because I was going there, I was throwing myself into it, and I didn't know what to
throwing
expect.
The deep end.
And just going out of my comfort zone.
That's the thing, getting out of comfort zone. That's the only way how you can grow, isn't it? I think that's how I'm learning as well nowadays, where coming out of my comfort zone, trying to do stuff that I don't usually do it.
I think you have come a long way.
Trust me.
From the point I know you, like from uni, like you have come a long way, which is very I'm very proud of as a friend.
Oh,
you know?
cheers! Thank you very much, and I'm sure the same goes with you as well, where you have achieved so much throughout your career as well, whether in terms of your study-wise, career-wise, and then you went a lot of beauty pageant competition, and you won the. It's not easy. I'm telling you, like to win a competition like that is very hard as well, and kudos to you. I'm just proud and happy for you.
Thank you.
That's a great thing.
Likewise.
Yeah, I think we can like just sum up the podcast now, and this was
Vishal is like ended.
This this is like very impromptu. I wasn't expecting it. I was like just chilling back there, chatting with my backroom guys. Well, I was just throwing the
that
dip.
Was a public speaking session for you.
Again, yeah.
Given by
exactly.
Vishal.
Yeah, just throw.
You to actually come out of your comfort again. That's
exactly. Every day.
It's everyone's.
Yeah.
Next time we might even have Durga
Me
as a host.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
That's like, guys, put some comment in if you want Durga back and as a host. Let us know. Like, it's the show is for all the people who are looking at it, and I'm sure.
And if anyone wants to join Sabali Talks, in future,
exactly.
I mean, you can just DM us, and there might be an opportunity. And you can be here.
Here, anywhere you want.
It's just in your mind.
Exactly, And so to sum it up, thank you so much, Durga, for coming and being part of our episode 4. And really, really excited to see the whole bit. and I'm sure people gonna like. I'm sure you have enjoyed the video, and yeah, and hopefully we will have a similar sort of project where we can work together. And yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Durga.
Thank you so much, Darsan.